Okay, let's just paint a picture that nobody wants to think about. A pipe bursts, a leak springs, and your beautiful, expensive sofa is sitting in a puddle of water. It feels like an absolute total disaster, right? But what if I told you there's a clear emergency plan that could actually save your favorite piece of furniture? Let's dive right in. And look, we're not just talking about some old hand-me-down here. A luxury velvet sofa? That's a serious investment. We're talking something in the ballpark of $4,500. That is a lot of money to see just soaking away. And that's exactly what's at stake when disaster strikes.
This quote just hits the nail on the head. That sinking feeling in your stomach, that rush of panic, it's 100% real. Your home, your sanctuary has been invaded by water. And it's not just about a couch, it's the centerpiece of your living room. Okay, but here's the most important thing I can tell you right now. Do not panic. As awful as it looks, there is a way forward. Your investment can absolutely be saved, but you've got to understand the clock is ticking. Fast, smart action is everything. So let's get you that plan. All right, first things first. Before you can even think about fixing the problem, you have to know exactly what you're up against. You have to diagnose it. So let's break down how to assess the damage like a pro. The easiest way to wrap your head around this is to think of it like a medical injury. We're going to assess the pain level of your sofa. It sounds a little silly, but this metaphor really helps break down the severity into clear, manageable stages, from just a little scrape to a full-blown emergency. So, stage 1. Let's call this surface dampness. Honestly, this is the best case scenario you could hope for. The water is clean, we're talking tap water from, say, an overflowed sink, and it's only gotten the very bottom of the fabric damp. The risk of any long-term damage or, infection is pretty low, but only if you get on it right away. Now we get to stage 2, structural saturation. And this is where things get really serious. In this stage, the water has soaked completely past the fabric, and it's getting into the wooden frame, which is causing it to swell up. You might even feel that the joints are a little loose. And that smell? A musty odor is a huge red flag. At this point, the risk for mold is incredibly high. And then there's stage 3, total loss risk. This is a code red situation. The water isn't clean anymore, it's contaminated, what the pros call category 3 water, from sewage or groundwater backing up. You might actually see black spots starting to appear, and the velvet itself is getting all matted down. This is not a simple drying job anymore. At this point, you are absolutely looking at a situation that requires professional biohazard restoration. Okay, so you've triaged the patient, you know what stage of damage you're in. Now it's time for immediate action. This is your first aid checklist, the crucial things you need to do right this second. And just as important, the things you should never, ever do. Let's walk through this. First up, the foil barrier. Grab some aluminum foil or even plastic tabs and get them under the sofa legs right away. This creates a barrier and stops the wood from sucking up even more water. Second, extract, don't rub. Get a wet vac and pull that water straight out. If you rub wet velvet, you can permanently wreck its texture. Trust me. Finally, get some air moving, but do it the right way. You want to position fans to blow parallel to the fabric, so the air skims across the surface, not blasting straight down on it. Now, this next part is maybe even more important. Let's talk about what you absolutely should not do, because these mistakes can be catastrophic. Do not, under any circumstances, use high heat like a hairdryer. You will literally bake the minerals from the water right into the fabric, and you'll be left with permanent stains. And please, resist the urge to sit on it. When you do that, you compress all the internal foam, which traps moisture deep inside and creates the absolute perfect breeding ground for hidden rot. All right, you've stopped the bleeding, so to speak. You've done your first aid. But now you've got a huge decision to make. Can you handle the rest of this yourself, or is it time to call in the professionals? Let's make that choice a little bit easier. Think of this chart as your little cheat sheet. Let's just run through it. So if the water is clear and it's just the legs that are a little damp and you caught it within an hour, your risk is low. A DIY approach with fans is probably going to be okay. But the second you smell anything musty or sour, the risk level jumps to high. You need to be on the phone with a mold remediation specialist. If the water came from a sewer or a drain, the risk is critical. There's no debate here. Professional sanitation is mandatory. And finally, on the financial side, if your furniture is worth over $2,000, it's probably time to start thinking about an insurance claim to protect that investment. And look, these are the absolute no questions asked, drop everything and call a pro moments. If you see any of these, just stop. First, has the water been sitting there for more than 24 hours? Call someone. Do you see any visible fuzzy black or green growth? That's a definite call. Was the water cloudy, dark, or did it just smell awful? Yep, call a pro.
And finally, if that sofa is part of some super expensive designer suite, trying to fix it yourself might actually void your insurance policy, so don't risk it. So you've made the call. What happens next? Well, understanding the professional process can really help manage your expectations and just demystify the whole path to getting your sofa back to its old self. Let's take a look at what that recovery really looks like. So when the pros show up, they follow a pretty clear timeline. Within those first 24 hours, they're going to do a super thorough water extraction and get the whole sofa elevated off the wet floor. Then, over the next 72 hours or so, their focus is going to shift to structural drawing. They use all this specialized equipment to dry out the wooden frame and, crucially, that deep internal foam. And finally, by about day 7, they can start the detail work, re-grooming the velvet and bringing back that beautiful sheen. Now, let's quickly bust a couple of really common and really expensive myths. Myth number 1. If it looks dry on the outside, it's fine. The reality? No way. Moisture loves to hide deep inside that foam core, and without professional dehumidification, it can lead to hidden rot months down the line. And myth number 2. My insurance won't cover a pipe burst. The reality is that most policies do cover sudden and accidental water damage like this, and having professional documentation from a restoration company makes your claim so much stronger. So here we are. You are now armed with a complete emergency plan. You know how to assess the damage, you know the first aid steps to take, and you know exactly when to call for help. So the final question is really one that only you can answer. When you look at that $4,500 investment, is it worth the risk of a DIY mistake that could cost you the whole thing?